Gentlemen.
Hello!
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome to Mr. Nightfall cutting off my intro. That is so scumbag. Welcome to Smite OCE.
So sorry.
We have another scrim here. This is going to be Odyssey Drop Bear as our blue team, featuring Snuggle Waffle getting poked pretty aggressively, it seems. Nice Vortex. Let's go ahead and read out our players. For Odyssey Drop Bear, Commando Chris, here's the Osiris, Macbro as the Arachne, Compact is the Isis, Snuggle Waffle, here is our Apollo, and Atalios, he is the Bacchus.
And on the side of Out of Sight, on the red side, we do have Wurty on that Chark solo, Thegoras on Thor jungle, Hades on Giannis mid, and Spectral Blade on that ADC Rama, and Cryo Praetor on Sylvanas in the support position there.
Now, one thing to quickly mention is if you have a little bit of a boxing match in the early game before the waves actually start, Apollo benefits from that because of his passive. It means he'll get that faster attack speed a little bit quicker, which will help him take his blue buff. So long as there's no deaths or anything like that, and Apollo is able to get back in time, get his health up, and no problems, Apollo will, again, benefit from that. So you have to be careful if you are sort of boxing him for no real reason.
Oh, definitely, yeah. That Apollo passive is so strong. He's got a stim of his attack speed on his passive, so no cost, and he gets attack speed. It's so good.
Yeah, we do see Commando Chris putting the pressure on. In last game, he was playing the Jean Kui, and he was versing an Osiris, and he was having a really rough time getting pushed back underneath his turret. Got dove a couple of times, or dived, I guess is the proper past tense for the word dive, I think. That being said, Thegoras and Wurty, they're clearing this one around. Char's gonna take a lot of damage from this one though, he has to be careful.
Oh, and a skirmish over on the left here. Snuggle Waffle actually going extremely low. But,
oh, nice root from Sylvanas. And
the grab. Spectral Blade not able to finish off any of the kills. They're not enough damage, and Snuggle is able to dash away. Atalios is able to walk away because of his pure tankiness. That was a really good pull actually by Cryo Praetor there.
It was, and denying the early game farm can be very, very detrimental because it will then delay that Dev's Gauntlet, which is such a huge impact in the Hunter role. Whoever has the most stacks can generally box the best. Oh,
definitely, yeah. Whoever gets the divs, starts stacking the div gloves first is actually just so far ahead.
Especially if it's a Ram who already has a stronger early game over that Apollo.
Yeah.
So what
able to push in this, to pressure in that left lane. Sorry, what was that?
What do you think the Chark versus Osiris matchup is going to be like?
Oh, actually, Combat getting collapsed on here. 3v1. Able to just use that Spirit...
Wingust.
Wingust, yep. Spirit Ballers is too. Chark versus Osiris I think is going to be really, really interesting. I think it's down to skill though, because Chark has got that self-heal, whereas Osiris does have the ability to stop it, but only at level 5, so it'll be interesting to see, but yeah.
And then the Chark has the silence, so he can prevent these abilities being thrown out, so definitely could go either way. And back into that mid lane earlier, it was a nice rotation, but the minions waves were preventing the root coming through from Sylvanas, so he couldn't really use it until it was too late. So a little bit mistimed, unfortunately. But Out of Sight really are putting the pressure on to Odyssey Drop Bear. A little bit of a head in their network, as we can see in Thegoras. He may get caught. He does get through a portal. Nice work coming out of this Janus. Bacchus wants to secure the kill, but Atalios not quite. Nice root, but no real follow-up. Everyone was out of mana, both the Janus and the Sylvanas.
Atalios not being able to get in range to ult there and deal that massive amount of burst that Bacchus is famous for. Burble landing from Compact onto Cryo. Taking him down to 55% HP, but Sylvanas does have that heal, so he will be able to stay sustained and not have to back. Which is really, really good, because Atelios is on that Barcus, and Barcus just drains mana like no tomorrow. With that chug on that drunken meter, trying to get that to max it costs a lot of mana, but it's definitely worth it.
That's why going for those blue invades can be really strong if you have a Barcus. If you're able to give their blue to your Barcus, then you're going to have a lot more lane presence. Not only for the Barcus himself, but obviously denying that one as well can be pretty potent. Muggle Waffle is getting a bit of damage, but Spectral Braid isn't actually helping, so Sylvanas will take the short straw in this little engagement. Here comes Spectral Blade, full HP, has the snipe available. Will he decide to use it? Not quite.
That is the dash down from Muggle Waffle. I think he should, but Rama definitely, if he landed all of them, would be able to kill Snuggle.
Yeah, he's coming Osiris. This definitely could change this one around. Spirit Ball goes in, lands onto Spectral Blade. Cryopraetor, he's very low. Wingust's going to pick him up.
Ultimate coming out of Giannis there, but only going halfway and saying not worth it. Just using, I think, the portals to help the enemy get away there.
Yeah, out of sight, just being out-rotated.
Teammates.
Especially because the Osiris is not the world's most mobile mid laner, but is faster than normal. You obviously will walk there at the same speed, but once you're nearby, you just pop that Wind Gust and you can chase them very, very effectively, especially if you're able to land that Spirit Ball as well.
Did you say Osiris?
I probably did say Osiris. Okay, Isis, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all good.
Finally, your revenge.
Oh yes, it feels good. So Isis picking up the red buff here. Does I think Thor will do the transfer of the red buff on. Yep, both mid laners picking up the damage buffs here. So no one will be behind. They'll both be taking that damage.
Now Isis has a pretty okay matchup. If she's able to be very, very aggressive, do a lot of poke, he can actually prevent, well she can rather, I guess, prevent the portals by having that silence. And that can really be Janice's only escape. But Combat getting caught out of position, that Berserker Barrage doing a lot of damage, especially with the Sylvanas. Can she escape this one? There's the Circle of Protection, but it won't matter because a fantastic route once again. Shout out to Cryopraetor, he's been landing some really fantastic routes.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Able to make use of that pull. I feel like if he didn't land it, then Isis would have definitely lived, because the ultimate would have gone off and healed her there and just been able to walk away.
Yeah.
Thor did use his ultimate there defensively. He didn't go anywhere. He did just drop back down, so that will be down for 90 seconds, I think it is. So a bit of presence with Thor just being denied there. Commando Chris trying to clear this wave against that Chark, but Chark, his axe is actually so strong. If you max his one, the amount of damage it does against the wave is insane.
Yeah, well, especially if you can poke with it as well. It's a pretty big radius. It really...
Yeah.
Everything in his kit revolves around that axe.
Yeah. Anything else interesting going on the map? The wards around Gold Fury coming out pretty early here, but from out of sight, but I think definitely necessary.
Cryopraetor may get caught though, Spirit Ball will connect. The silence as well comes through, but he's duking out and he's pretty tanky at this stage. That's the Wrath of Terror, gets double knock up. Portal as well is zoning Atelios, but he walks around it. Nice work from him. Spectral Blade may get taken out. Spirit Ball, very, very important. And there he goes. So Beautiful picks him up. They're going to have to walk away from this Gold Fury. Can they take it? Are there any Hog 3s? No Hog 3s available, so they probably won't be able to go for this one.
Spectral Blade, I'm not sure what he was doing. He was right in the middle of the team fight, right up against an Isis, and the Isis was just able to burst him down a little bit, and then Snuggle Waffle did come in and deal the rest of that damage. And Spectral Blade didn't really do anything while he was in the middle of that team fight. He didn't really land any basics on the Isis, got barely any damage down, but that was just really unfortunate and really, really well played there by Compact, just being able to stun him out. That Isis is actually really, really good because of the silence and the stun, it just diminishes the amount of stuff doing that Giannis can do in the mid lane there.
Yeah. Really, for anyone, the silence is going to prevent Apollo's escape. Oh, sorry, no, wrong team. Whoops. It's going to prevent Ram, his dash. He can't dash away when he's silenced. So, if you stun and then you silence, it's a fair bit of CC. That if the team is focusing you during that time, you're probably going to die.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It can also stop the Thor from getting away with his hammer, and the Chark from teleporting to his hammer there if it is down. Compact going for these mids, but Thor just hovering around. I think he does see him as Compact. He's on his own ward there. I think that was an enemy just rotating now for this Chark.
Oh, Smackbro is not looking too good. Does pop the infinite web, which is basically a guaranteed escape, but it's the only escape that Arachne has, so you can't play very aggressively when that web is down. We do see a bit of a box with our solo laners, but a bit of a team fight as well around this jungle.
And a skirmish 1v1 box going against Snugglewaffle and Spectral Blade, but Snugglewaffle just using that Mesmerize and getting out of there before taking any more damage.
Yeah, they're going for the Gold Fury.
Blade there.
Oh no, they're going for the gank, it seems. But a little bit late for it.
Ultimate.
Oh, there's the chariot. He almost died.
Get him
then.
out. Oh, how much HP is he on?
Not
50.
very much.
Oh, that's extremely low. That was really, really good there by Snuggle. Extremely lucky there too. One more basic attack, I think, from Spectral Blade would have done it.
Oh yeah, even the Berserker Barrage almost ticked for it. Degaras is out of mana, he's going to have to back away or he won't be very useful. He's very squishy when he doesn't have his mobility.
Yeah. Giannis ult now down, not being able to do anything, but it did force Rama out of lane, so it wasn't entirely useless, but not what I think out of sight did really want.
No, they wanted to get the Apollo.
4-man rotation, wasn't it?
Yeah. Which meant that they couldn't go for the Gold Fury. If they were able to get Apollo, they might have actually just gone for it afterwards. That is one downside of going for those cooldown boots on Giannis, is it will mean you'll go through your mana quicker than normal.
Yeah.
Well, I say normal as in pen boots. Normal at this stage probably is cooldown boots. That seems to be very, very common for Giannis. This Smackbro, he's going for the Gold Fury. Snugglewaffle should be tanking it with the Death Gauntlet. He is. I think there's the free space and time from Janus, but a little bit late. Can they secure a kill? Beads prevents the root. Nice preemptive beads coming out of Smack. What? No, that wasn't beads at all. That was Infinite Web or something?
I missed it. Sorry. Very good camera.
Okay, well, Nightcrawler... sorry, Smackbro went golden and didn't get hit by a root coming out of Sylvanas, so I'm assuming it was the beginning of Infinite Web.
When Kamado Crispy and take a very low thought, spinning to win.
Nice dive.
Unfortunately, the tower dive not paying off there, as Arachne was able to back up.
But Smackbro's on the chase. It's very hard to escape from an Arachne with the slows, with the stun, but with the big rotation around, I didn't want to go for it. Meanwhile, we did see Spectral Blade. He dropped in that fight to Atalios on the Barcus.
Oof. That burst, if you mix it in with an Apollo amount of damage, it's pretty devastating, especially if you're 1v2. You're just going to go down so quickly. As soon as you see Barcus, you just want to walk the other way.
Yeah, pretty significant damage. It's going to be that left tier 1 turret.
So that is 4 kills to 1 Gold Fury in favor of Odyssey Drop Bears, and 1 left lane tower. Although, the one right tower down in favor of out of sight, so not entirely too far behind, just 2k gold ish, but they're not too far behind.
I think the issue for Out of Sight is they haven't really been making use of this Thor ultimate. I don't think I've actually seen one the entire game. Hasn't really been putting any pressure on those lanes. There's been a lot of rotations, but they've been very grouped up 4-man rotations where they just sort of walk somewhere as a team rather than Thor looking for a gank with his ult, looking to cap someone down. And if he's not making a big impact, he won't transition as well as Arachne, who has just really, really strong boxing because of all of that. Catch potential. Can they dive this one?
Yeah, and...
No.
Sorry. Diving? Where? Oh.
On the right lane. That Wordy was a bit too tanky for it, though.
Arachne is so strong with her venomous bite, healing and dealing damage over time. Just being able to sustain against a box, in a box, against anyone, so...
Oh, Spectral Blade, he's dead.
That's what she's picked. Wow. Nice by Snuggle Waffle there.
Just got outboxed, really. He was a bit too low. He was trying to box back when he had no chance of actually winning it because of how low he was, so... Yeah, probably she should have disengaged a bit earlier, but a little bit too late perhaps.
Snuggle
Hard to run
up.
Oh yeah, he's going to find Vigorous. He'll land it as well, so he will get the kill. Odyssey Drop Bear, they're looking very strong in this game.
Oh, definitely. Making use of all of their strengths here. And picking up Bertie, just caught out of position, not knowing where the enemy team was, and just walking into 3, and Atalios was able to cut him off as well, so...
Yeah, there's no
really well played there by Odyssey Drop Bears.
Actually,
just making so many picks around the entire...
I was going to say there's no wards, but there's actually quite a fair bit on the right side, so despite having the wards, yeah, just got caught out of position.
Yeah. Snuggle Waffle did actually beads out of a portal, so he was falling through it, but before he was on the other end of it, he beadsed, and it just pushed him back out of it. So...
Yeah, but you can't beads when you're like mid-air. Is that how it works?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think you can, but...
Fair enough. So I think at this stage, Odyssey Drop Bear, they're getting some pretty good momentum. Arachne's got the kills, Apollo has the kills, very early executioners, and that's going to mean Snuggle Waffle's going to continue to have strong boxing, going to continue to really put the pressure on, especially if he starts going for these split pushes. It really can control the game, and Fegorous once again getting caught, not really have anything to offer at this stage. Osiris chasing him down, will get the stun, almost gets out of the range, but not quite.
Sorry, just a little bit distracted there. So Odyssey Drop Bear is just able to make really, really easy picks, and now the Apollo is now 3-0 against a Rama 0-3. That lead is just insane. Yeah. Apollo has finished his Executioner to Rama, who has not. He's only got the tier 1, so his attack speed is going to be much higher. Make use of that passive much quicker, and DPS will be just so much higher than Ram's right now. So
Gold Fury is up, but there's definitely some wards nearby. Out of sight, they do have sight of this Gold Fury. They know what's up. Can they go for the invade? Perhaps not. Zone Duty is our ISIS. Silencing out Hunters. Odyssey Drop Bear, they pick that one up. Not a surprise, but this could definitely turn. There's the Thor ult. Nice angle. Circuit Barrage will take down Compact. He gets a heal in the end, so he will survive. And there drops Thegoras. Cryo Praetor's running for his life. Osiris on the chase. Apollo finds him in the end. 3 kills for 1 and the Gold Fury. Spectral Blade's recalling. Looks like he will find it. Oh, nope. He cancels it, thinking that he couldn't get it in time. That's the Mez. There's the rest of the team. More deaths on the side of Out of Sight. And they will probably lose their tier 2 if there's someone tanky. Barkus doesn't have the sovereignty, so they probably can't go for the tank on this one. You're waiting for the minions, the smart move.
Yeah, Chark split push being useful, but was Rama in that team fight, by the way? I don't think he was. He was just pushing the lane while Gold Fury teamfights were happening.
I don't know, because it was a pretty good initiation. There was like a nice Wrath of Terror from Sylvanas and a nice Thor ult. So it seemed good at first, but I just think it wasn't the numbers. They were just outnumbered and they just lost as a result. So tier 2 goes down in response.
3 on 5, yeah.
Gonna be spending a lot of the gold is Odyssey Drop Bear.
Yeah. Apollo now 6-0. Snugglewaffle doing really well on that Apollo compared to... He wasn't doing too bad last game, but he's showing up this game.
Yep.
Can you see? Never mind. Oh, let's look at damage, shall we? Whereas
4.
player damage, Arachne, right up the top, 8,432 damage.
It really does tell the story. Look at all 3 of these sentry wards from Odyssey Drop Bear. They really want to have that vision near that Gold Fury pit.
Definitely, yeah. Just being able to see all the rotations from out of sight, and that's really where their strengths align. They're just making picks with that Arachne.
Wow. Look at this this duo lane. That's definitely the item advantage. Snugglewaffle is dominating Spectral Blade despite all of the minions. He's just killing the minions and then also killing Spectral Blade as well. He had no chance. 3 levels behind. A full Executioner's behind. Not a chance.
And half of what I assume will be Rage. That's quite a lot of physical damage there, and crit chance.
And now their Smack Bros finding the 1v1. And if the Arachne does find it, it will always result in a kill when she's this strong. 10k net worth, almost. This tier 1 on the right lane looking very weak and very vulnerable, especially with Apollo on that left lane, going to be pushing down that Phoenix. No response just yet from out of sight. But
Talio starving in on this right lane.
Nice portal out, but it will result in that tower. Even if they wanted to, I don't think they could defend that Phoenix. There's no one can deal with the Apollo at the moment. Portals are keeping out of sight alive, but portals won't protect your tower. Worsey, he's definitely a dead man. Yep.
Good silence
there we go.
Although, here comes the Apollo. Snugglewaffle.
Actually took a very long time, but they got it in the end. And they may even want to go for the Fire Giant if they have some Hog 3s. They have a Hog 3, but they're pretty low, so I guess they're just playing it safe.
Yeah. Definitely want to back here due to that, the amount of surprise attack that they can have with
the Thor, the
Giannis,
Janus,
and
yeah.
the Thor ultimate. Yeah. So, pretty smart just to back here, but they did look at the amount of wards, offensive wards that Odyssey Drop Bears did get down. They see all the pings, all the enemies pinging them out and just setting up for the next move here.
Seeing pings would be pretty hacks.
Pardon?
Seeing enemy pings would be pretty hacks.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, and
that'd be fun to play with.
One thing you got to mention as well is that left Phoenix is so valuable when you want to go for that Fire Giant, because in order to defend the Phoenix on the left lane, it's a really awkward rotation that leaves the Fire Giant open. Yeah, he didn't really find anything off of that. Not exactly sure what he was looking for. I think there was going to be a team fight, or they were trying to initiate, but Odyssey Drop Bear, they must have seen that Thor ult and just backed away from it and played it safe, which is very, very strong, because now that one's down for the Fire Giant fight, or the steal. Thegoros, he's very squishy, getting bursted down, has the Shifter's Shield, but it's not really giving that much.
One Spirit Ball took down about 20% of his HP, which is really not what you want.
So Odyssey Drop Bear just having the complete dominance of the map. They got the vision, they have the positioning, and now they have a pretty significant gold lead.
I feel like even without Fire Giant, as long as they push, they can win.
Yeah.
Because they're just so far ahead.
Exactly.
As long as they peel for Apollo, then they'll be sweet.
You've always looking strong.
Yeah. Much better than last game.
Yeah, well, last game was close.
Yeah, that last team fight was really good.
Let's see how they play for it. It looks as though the Apollo, Snugglewaffle, he's going to go for that split push, which I think is a perfect move. So long as they don't get too aggressive in a 4v5, but Ram isn't there, so they should be fine for now. Ratha Terra comes through, didn't really achieve that much. Commando Chris is very low. He's gonna have, no, he goes back in, a risky move, but it will pay off, it seems. Circle Protection giving a lot of healing. And there's the Apollo just now joining the fight. Smackbro gets taken out. Werty not looking very healthy either. This is not a good team fight for Odyssey Drop Bear.
No. Unfortunate that Smackbro wasn't able to get his ult off there and just moved through quite a lot of damage. Unfortunately did get taken down, but
there's Thor in the sky.
Thor going up.
Is he looking for Thungle Waffle? No, he's going for the Isis. Getting very low. Spirit Ball's going to be peeling. Nice work. Ram Snipes will secure that kill in the end. Apollo looking strong. Thungle Waffle, he wants some blood, but all he will find is an axe to his face. That was a really nice play by Out of Sight, but not enough to secure anything off of it, and they're still very behind in this gold.
That was actually kind of well played, seeing how far behind they actually are.
Yeah, definitely.
So they were able to push off Odyssey Drop Bears here. The Titan is being taken down a little here at 90% HP just from those fire minions.
But I think it was a bit of a
They do have
misplay.
to deal with it.
Odyssey Drop Bear, they pulled the trigger and they went for the engagement when it was basically a 4v5. They should have had Apollo in the air on his way before they engaged, because Apollo was just too late to the fight. He didn't really do much. By the time he joined, the team was already too weak and they had to disengage. So I think just a little bit of miscommunication.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate there.
But
Just
when
a wee bit of missed timing.
Yeah, but when they are this ahead, they do have room for error. It looks like they're baiting the Fire Giant. They're just sort of missing their attacks on purpose. Yeah, they actually went for it.
Oh,
I think that was an accident. Oh, Commander Chris. He'll take some
Trying to bait
damage.
it out. That's actually really funny to see.
Now, this is a bit risky for Out of Sight. Ram is on the left lane, whereas Apollo is still here.
Yeah. And Ram has no way of getting there quickly.
Exactly.
Unless he has teleport to gods, which I don't think he does. No, he does not.
Nope. So, Odyssey Drop Bear, they're going for the fight. A good move, I think. Werty is caught by the Spirit Ball. He's going to get focused pretty deep. Circle of Protection is going to be doing even more damage and heal reduction. This is definitely going in the favor of Odyssey Drop Bear. Nice ultimate from Sylvanas, but will it be enough to turn it around? Ram is still on that left lane. He can't join the fight. He has no chance. Thor's ult is down. He can't counter-engage. Compact very, very low. Gonna have to back away. Apollo finds a kill. Vigorous drops. One kill for free. Maybe even more of them. Really risky move here, buddy. But there is Praetor. Double kill for Snuggle. He's looking strong. So Ram actually...
I don't think he wanted to go to that.
Yeah. Ram actually got these two turrets. So, not too bad. 2,000 gold off of both of those. At the cost of only 2 kills. Depends
That is a good trade, actually.
It is, not bad. Yeah. Depends if they lose more buffs. Praetor goes down. And all of a sudden, the Fire Giant definitely much more of an option with that Hog at 3 down. Looks like they're going for it, perhaps, but they are still quite low. Yep, they're going for it. Here's Janus. Does he have his ultimate? He does indeed, so this could definitely backfire. Nope, they're turning onto this Janus. A nice move, I think. He portals away. Fire Giant still being fought over, so it hasn't been reset yet. But Odyssey Drop Bear, they are getting low. Ram Snipe's not really achieving anything. That's the Fire Giant. And Odyssey Drop Bear now looking strong. They have the sustain, something they don't really have with their comp, so that would allow them to push a lot more aggressively.
Giannis did get a bit too close there, and I feel like he should have just sat back and poked them down a little bit, and he just got too close. Osiris was able to go up and use that tether, force him to ult defensively instead of offensively, then it just, he wasn't able to do anything. So.
Damage buff and blue camp are up on the left jungle. Odyssey Drop Bear, they could go for that one. They don't have any vision on it though, so they don't know what's up. But with the Fire Giant, I think they really just want to try and push down these turrets. The left Phoenix was taken out by the fire minions the second time, so it will be very low when it respawns. Going for that one would be a good move as well, but it looks like Italios and Snuggle, they're gonna go for this turret. They should be fine with the Fire Giant, but can they hold out in the mid lane? They have good disengage with those 3 members, very mobile. Bit of a rotation coming through. Werty over the wall, forcing Snuggle away.
Attack speed damage from Snuggle though, taking that tower down to about 30% HP so quickly.
Yeah,
And the tower push from Apollo is just really, really good. Although his minions are pushed way back to...
Oh, there's a Wrath of Terror. It will find all 4 of them, but it will be turned around pretty quickly. There drops Cryo Praetor. It was a weird engagement considering no one was there, but that's going to be Thor dunking in with the Berserker Barrage, but has to spin away. There's a protection doing a great heal. Looking on the right lane, Wurty's getting pushed back. Phoenix has respawned in the left lane, but the middle tier 2 will drop pretty quickly.
And the Sylvanas tried to engage when, like you said, no one was there, but also against a Fire Giant buffed team.
Yeah, the Phoenix dropped again.
Did it?
Yeah, once again, it respawned and it immediately died to those Fire Giants. You really got to have someone there to tank those fire minions when the Phoenix is respawning. Yeah. But in doing so, there would have been 1 man down that could have resulted in that middle Phoenix dropping. At this stage, I really don't see how Out of Sight can take this game. They don't have any particularly strong late game. If anything, I'd say it's weaker than Odyssey Drop Bears in terms of their god selection.
Yeah, I feel like their team comp is a bit all over the place because that Thor, he's very early game, but he didn't get any good ganks off in the early game. Like, I don't think, like you said earlier, there was no ults. I saw one and he went back down to where he lifted off from. So he didn't really do anything useful early game with that ultimate, like Thor is meant to do. And really unfortunate that he just didn't help out those lanes very well.
Yeah, whereas then on the side of SmackBro, he's just being that really strong assassin, able to basically 1v1 anyone. Sylvanas falls off, his Wisps don't really make much of an impact anymore. He gets pretty easy to burst down, not really having any survivability compared to the Barkas. I mean,
unless he can land a really good grab, then I don't see that Out of Sight coming back.
And then of
they're
course
down 12,000 gold.
The Janus, his mobility gets less and less important when you're really just defending your Phoenixes. You can't really make any plays happen with it. In order for that Janus rotation to be really strong, you have to have a pretty spread out team sort of rotating across the map. But when it's just a 5-man push on a Phoenix, well, it doesn't really do anything apart from a bunch of damage. And then when you're that close, the damage is much less than it would otherwise be. So I think at this stage, Odyssey Drop Bear, unless they throw the game just to being really greedy or out of position, I think Out of Sight don't really have any chance. Why are you laughing?
Yeah.
Is that a possibility for your team?
I feel like that's something they could do, but anyway. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
Please no hate.
Yeah. the early game was Out of Sights to win with that Giannis, with that Thor, but they just weren't able to execute it, which is just really unfortunate, and it's now Odyssey Drop Bear's game.
I think Odyssey Drop Bear just had some really strong early game rotations that got those kills, so they were able to win their lanes with that item advantage. So I think they definitely played well. Taking away the speed buff, you can't take your buffs when you have 2 Phoenixes down. Snuggle Waffle getting a bit of a crit. He has the Rage Deathbringer, so he's going to be doing a lot of damage, but he is very deep. He's going to have to dash away. But at the same time, it's baiting a bit of members. Oh, he beads. Okay, well, that's not very good. But the Phoenix going down on that right lane will be not very good either. Wrath of Terror comes through. SmackBro gets taken out. Nice pickup from Out of Sight. Shark gets a nice silence in the back lines. Odyssey Drop Bear running for their lives. Snuggle Waffle's going to die to Spectral Blade. This is a very, very bad fight. And they may even lose the rest of their team. There is Compact, Italios, and Commando Chris. Will they have any more luck? Oh, wow. Italios, that's the Ram Snipes. He dies. What just happened?
I have no idea. And Out of Sight picking up the Fire Giant buff now.
Well, that was Odyssey Drop Bear just being out of position. Snuggle Waffle was in the mid lane for far too long. That being said, look at the Titan. It almost got taken out. If it was just a 5-man... What? Commander Chris died.
But they're gonna win.
Did he try and steal?
They're gonna win. Oh, no, he tried to take them off it. Oh,
wow, that Titan. Can they close the game? What? They actually win! Oh dear, they are so lucky.
Wow, that's great.
Because they would have lost. They had Fire Giant and a Deicide. That would have been game over. Yeah, that was actually a pretty significant throw. Songa Waffle, he had to pop his beads. He was in the mid lane trying to chase down Ram for no reason. And then it was like a really janky play where Smackbro dived and got caught, and it just all backfired. And so, very, very bad throw. But at the same time, when you take all 3 Phoenixes, that happens. The 5 minions do definitely chunk down your Titan. So well played in the end. Apart from that last little bit, which was a bit unfortunate, but they definitely deserved that win overall.
So, just before that happened, I made a small joke that they could throw, and then I said, no, just kidding, and then they go ahead and they do it. They almost throw the game, but the minions just... I feel like if the minions weren't there, then Out of Sight could have just pushed the right lane Phoenix and won.
Yeah, they would have won the game, 100%. Definitely. Especially with the good pen that you have looking at Ram with the Titan's Bane. They would have closed that game easily. But I think that'll wrap this one up. That was just a friendly scrim. That wasn't actually a Cyber Gamer match. But thanks for joining me, Nightfall. My name is The Machine of the General Gentlemen. We will return eventually at some stage with some more Smite content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.